Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. Don't forget to subscribe. And obviously, I'm traveling today, but the news must go on. And so let's talk about artificial intelligence because we're getting our news increasingly from AI. And it's getting a little concerning. Now, Paul Ricard of the AFP had a really good write-up on this. And here's what's happening. As I just mentioned, people are increasingly turning to generative AI. That's think like ChatGPT. So we're basically looking at these chatbots to follow day-to-day news. And that is according to essentially a new report that just came out. Now, this is a yearly survey that is performed by the Reuters Institute for the Study of Journalism. And they found that, quote unquote, for the first time, a significant number of people were actually using chatbots to get headlines and updates. That's according to this report. Just 7% of people report using AI to find news, according to the poll of 97,000 people in 48 countries carried out by YouGov. But here's the thing. Because, and you could probably predict this, the proportion is higher among the youth. About 12% of those under 35 and 15% of under 25s are leveraging chatbots essentially to get their headlines. The biggest name on the list is basically the one that kind of started it all, which is ChatGPT by OpenAI, followed by Google's Gemini, and then next up is Meta's Llama. Now, respondents appreciated relevant, personalized news from these chatbots. In other words, the chatbot understands as it's data mining you, especially on the Facebooks and Googles of the world, as you're giving it information to say, oh, hey, you're more interested in, let's say the ongoing conflict in Iran right now, Iran versus Israel, or maybe it's Kim Kardashian or whatever it is, and it's giving you tailored news. Many more used artificial intelligence to actually summarize articles. That would be 27% of all people. Translate articles, that would be 24% of all people, or recommend, which would be 21%, basically recommending articles. Well, about 1 in 5 were basically asked questions about current events. In other words, asking the chatbot what's going on in the world today regarding, I don't know, Iran, Kim Kardashian, whatever you're into. So distrust remains with those polled on balance, saying AI risks making the news less transparent, less accurate, and less trustworthy. And yeah, excuse me, that is something that I thoroughly agree with. So think about the kind of bubbles that the algorithms have put us into in terms of news and filter bubbles. The Googles and Facebooks know what you're into, and so they kind of push you towards that news. So by virtue of that, your news diet is focused on things you're interested in, not necessarily things you really should be learning and understanding. If we're getting into World War III here, as Israel and Iran are bombing themselves, and now as I'm recording this, it appears the United States is entering the actual war, obviously on the side of Israel. This is basically going to expand the conflict. But if you're too busy understanding the local sports score or understanding, I don't know, whatever Kim Kardashian's wearing today or whoever's Kim Kardashian is more popular than Kim Kardashian these days, I don't follow that. You get what I'm saying here. That's a huge issue. Not to mention the fact that these can be manipulated. We know that Facebook manipulates its feeds, it manipulates everything else in order to essentially prioritize things like anger and hate for click traffic. So is it going to give you more angering news just to engage you more so Mark Zuckerberg can make a couple more dollars off you? Yeah, I think that's a very real possibility. And so we have to take this with a grain of salt. There is factual reporting, and I understand we all have interests, but we all should keep up on the news that is actually relevant to the world today. And so, again, I don't care if you like sports or fashion or whatever it is, but if you're disconnected from essentially the political realities of the world, and I'm not saying you have to read this every day or be deeply informed of it, but you should be informed in some way, shape, or form to understand what's going on. And that should be honest and accurately. And if the AIs are biased for whatever reason, because they're programmed that way intentionally or unintentionally, these are things that we need to understand. So we'll see what happens here. All in the long run, this isn't going away. This is only going to continue to happen, and so I guess we'll see what happens. I guess I'm in it with you. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at Nick AESP, where you're going to get AI news generated. Hopefully, it's accurate. And same with YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please, 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 stay private, secure, and informed. Take care.